Hi everyone, it's the English Daddy here and welcome back to Dream Daddy part 4, maybe 5, I'm not too sure what part we're on, but we're back with the dads in the cookout. Unfortunately, my save kind of errored out a little bit, so I didn't get the opportunity to talk to Mr. Joseph here, Mr. Cool Church Man, or the Goth Daddy, who I know a lot of you wanted me to speak to. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to speak to those two one-on-one. However, Joseph is here showing off his muscles and his grilling techniques. So let's hop right back in to this dad dating simulator. Joseph closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and gets to work. With the greatest of ease, he sets patties on the grill, flourishing as he flips his spatula in the air. It's easily some of the best grill work I've ever seen. I love how dads just admire each other's grill work, like that's a thing. You guys think this is my first time in front of a grill? He's working faster now, effortlessly tossing cheese onto patties and perfectly grilling onions on the side. Oh, I love a good grilled onion. One after another, the dads take notice and crowd around Joseph to admire his masterful technique. King of the grill. You probably didn't know this, Victor, but Joseph's known around here for his grillmanship. He's unbelievable. I love it. Bring me all those grill puns. I tried to get on his level, but I just can't catch up. Oh my goodness. Dad puns are my favorite. Bring it on. Let us keep studying. He has a rare quality about him. Mustard, we keep talking about this. Can't we just appreciate the artist? I've never seen him make a mistake.
Hey.
Okay, we need to stop. This is getting too cheesy. Please stop. All of the children at the party boo the glorious display of puns in unison. Alright guys, the food's ready. Please form an oddly barbecue. Amanda groans. We all grab our food and hang out, enjoying perfectly cooked cheeseburgers. Cheers, Joseph. Man, it's so wild how all of us dads live in the same cul-de-sac. Kinda nice, isn't it? It feels like there's a real community here. Totally helps when you're just a single dad trying to raise a kid. We're happy to have you here, man. I think you're gonna like this neighborhood a lot.
Oh.
I like you a lot, Craig. Plus, Amanda seems to be getting along with all of the kids. If she decides to get into the babysitting game, she'll really make a killing. Hey, why don't you add all of us on Dadbook? There's a Dadbook? Oh my goodness. Sign me up for that shiz right now, Joseph. Yeah, it's a great social network for dads to keep in touch with each other. We're all on it. So if you ever need to reach out to anyone, that's the simplest way to do it. Sorry, I'm just an old-fashioned dad. Social media goes over my head sometimes. Don't worry, Pops. I'll help you figure it out. The rest of the barbecue goes smoothly. We all trade stories and drink beer as our kids play on the lawn. Amanda breaks up a fight between Carmencita and those weird twins. I think they wanted her soul. Genuinely would not surprise me. Those kids look like they could eat a soul just by looking at you. Amanda and I walk back to our place as the sun sets over the neighborhood. Pretty fun party, don't you think? I mean, I got a burger in me. I felt like I was at a networking event. Woo, burger. Sweetie, if I can impart any sort of wisdom upon you right now, and not that this was a bad situation, but if you're ever in an uncomfortable situation, always look for the silver lining. The silver lining gets you through to the other side. We ate rockin' burgers today, and it was good. Amen. Well, hey, at least you met some of the other cool dads. You should hit them up on Dadbook. Maybe I will, if I ever figure out how social media works. I have a good feeling about this place. Me too, Dad. Alright, I need Amanda to set me up on Dadbook, because I want to get talking to them on the social media. Amanda and I arrive home with the remnants of our veggie plate. Seems like nobody was really into the cauliflower. Any big plans for this evening? Actually, yeah, I'm going out with some friends. Oh, is that okay? Of course, just keep me posted. and be home before midnight. You got it. And be careful. I will. Make good choices, of course. And call me if you need anything. Dad, you're not going to do the whole thing where you wait silently for me to come into the living room with all the lights off, are you? What? No, I've never done that, and I will never do that. Okay. Do you have plans tonight? Let's make up an excuse, because I don't want to seem sad and lonely. My plans were kind of to eat ice cream and watch TV with Amanda, but I'll find something to do. I'm going to work on some stuff, see how long I can sleep for, throw a party. We will go for... see how long I can sleep for. Kiddo, I am tapped out. But the sun hasn't even gone down yet. Actually, kid, it has. Like, turn your back around, the stars are out, so stop being a liar. I still have sleep to catch up on from when you were a baby. Just let me be. I'm just relaxing tonight. Have fun, okay? Great. See you later. I watch Amanda drive off into the night. I really do hope she has fun. I plop down in front of the TV and turn on some Wine and Dine Mastermind with celebrity chef Gavin Chapman. Looks like Gavin's making a roasted rack of lamb with rosemary mashed potatoes. I'd love to be able to cook like that. Although, I think if I was actually good at cooking, I'd use my powers for evil. Like, just making baked Alaskas all day, instead of any food of real nutrition. Man, Gavin Chapman just caught that thing on fire, but he meant to do it! What a professional. I lose track of time as I blaze through several episodes, and also one episode of some cooking show called Meat Hell. I'm not even sure what that one was about. It was just a lot of yelling. Sounds like a Gordon Ramsay program. I glance at my watch. Man, it's almost midnight. I should check in with Amanda. I send a text. Hey kiddo, you good? I wander in the kitchen as I wait for a reply. Amanda's phone is almost always in her hand, so I'm sure she'll respond soon. Unless she's driving home now, in which case I hope she doesn't respond soon, because I definitely taught her better than to text and drive. You should never do that, kids. Listen to me. Never send those Snapchats whilst you're driving. Mine's in my glove box all the time when I'm driving, or on my seat next to me, face down so I can't see it, and on silent. You know, if I'm going to teach you anything, it's going to be a responsible driver. I reach into the freezer and grab an ice cream sandwich. It's a little late for this, but I think I earned it after a long day of socializing. Ice cream after socializing. Perfect excuse. I check my watch again, and then my phone. Nothing yet. Okay, see, now I'm worried. Do I call her? Do I call the cops? No, it's too soon for that. I'll just send her a gentle reminder text. What's up? Half an hour passes. Now I'm really worried. The episodes of Gavin Chapman's Meat Hell are not only assuaging my anxiety, but possibly I can never say this word. Exasperating? I think that's how you say it, I don't know. It with all the yelling. So I keep pacing around the house waiting for her to come back. Why didn't I find out where she was going? Who was she even with? Why don't I know any of her friends' phone numbers? Why don't I even know the full names? Who is Emma P? I decide to send her another text. Amanda, please text me and let me know you're okay. I can't help but think of all the awful things that could have happened to her. Dude, you're gonna keep yourself awake at night. Oh, thank God it's her. Amanda opens the door and shuffles in. Finally, she's back home. I'm glad she's okay. Sup? Sweetie, thank God you're safe. Ugh, yep. Awkward. But now I know she's okay, I'm really mad. Why didn't you answer my text? Amanda pulls her phone out of her pocket. Oh, whoops. Guess I didn't see those. She starts to walk to her room. Amanda Ann? Oh, shit. You know you're in trouble when he pulls out the middle name, Amanda. Whoa, we're pulling out the middle name now? Amanda, you came home an hour and a half after your curfew, and you didn't respond to any of my texts. You really freaked me out. I was about to call the cops. Dad, you're seriously overreacting. You're not going to be like this when I go off to school, are you? I don't like your attitude. I have a right to be concerned. I was scared. Let's go for I was scared. You weren't responding, and it was just like when your dad... Oh God, that got a lot deeper than I intended it to. Oh, Dad, I didn't mean to. I sit down on the couch and put my head in my hands. I feel very tired all of a sudden. You really scared me. Just please don't do that again. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed now. Is that it? Not even a hug for your old man who's almost had a heart attack? Have I not been through enough, Amanda Ann? Amanda closes the door to her room and I head to mine to cry alone forever. God, it's like 6:45 in the morning. That's a bit silly. Jeez, as I'm falling asleep, one thing she said keeps echoing in my mind. You're not gonna be like this when I go off to school, are you? I definitely didn't sleep well last night. I brew some strong coffee and make some scrambled eggs for Amanda as a peace offering. She eventually wanders into the kitchen. Hey, I thought about what you said last night. I should have texted you. I said I was gonna do it and I didn't. I honestly just didn't even think about it. I'm really sorry, Pops. I won't do it again. Well, I'm sorry for freaking out on you. I trust you to make good choices. Good. I'm sorry for freaking out on you. You're an adult now. I shouldn't have gotten so worked up. Team, by the way. Team, by the way. Still my favorite name. I freaking love their name. Amanda gives me a hug. Want some eggs? You know it. Sprinkle some cheese on them? Already did. Bless you. Hashtag blessed. Amanda scarfs down the eggs in the time it takes me to wash the pan. Alright, I'm off to school. Smell you later. Wait, one more thing before you go. What? What's Dadbook? It's a social media platform. Wait, what? What's a social media platform? Dad, I have to go to school. Come on, Amanda, I'm an old man. I can't put together a Dadbook profile on my own. Alright, I'll help you sound interesting on the internet. Amanda spends the next couple of minutes setting up my profile on Dadbook, which, as it turns out, is a place where dads can get together and talk about fatherhood. I'm sure that's all it is. Did our daughter just set us up with a grinder? I feel like she may have done. Alright, Pops, we gotta fill out your profile. Let's get some likes and dislikes. On a Friday night, you are most likely to polish and sort my coin collection, Netflix and grill, baby, fall asleep watching the History Channel, torment my children with dad puns, sink into blissful oblivion sleep. I'm gonna go for sleep. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? My trusty grill, a lost shaker of salt, Castaway on DVD for instructional purposes, a boat, obviously. I don't need anything. My survival skills have trained me for this day. I have 0 survival skills. I probably wouldn't be smart enough to bring a boat, plus I feel like if you were stranded on an island, you probably wouldn't be allowed to take one, so I'm gonna go for Castaway. What are your turn-ons? Strong dad arms. Ooh, I am a sucker for dad arms. Tennis shoes with long white socks, a well-manicured lawn, street smarts, top-tier grillmanship, comfortable with crying. I mean, I don't cry all that much. I'm gonna go with strong dad arms. What did you want to be when you grew up? Technical writer for manuals and instructionals, salty boat captain, pro skater who is also an astronaut, a good father, the president of space. This is a tough one. I mean, president of space would be freaking cool, but I feel like I wanted to be both a pro skater and an astronaut at some point in my childhood, so I'm gonna go for that one. What's your favourite movie genre? War documentaries, Sean Connery's entire filmography, anything on Laserdisc, romantic comedies, whatever will make me cry, or old comedies that haven't aged well. Romantic comedies. I'm a sucker for them. What's your ideal date? Napping together, doing a puzzle piece together, eating a healthy dinner at 4 p.m, trying to cache, I don't know, but getting hopelessly lost, arson, or being emotionally vulnerable. Napping together. Solid. What do you never leave home without? A sensible cardigan, my sick vape bro, my book of word jumbles and a pen, a cool knife, my cripplingly low self-esteem. I frequently forget my phone, keys, and wallet at home sometimes. I mean, it's either this one or a sensible cardigan. I'm gonna go for a sensible cardigan. I spend a lot of time thinking about conspiracy theories, how proud I am of my child, potential ends of the world, if I'll ever be able to love myself as much as I love my grill, when I can next get a cup of coffee. Ooh, it's either next cup of coffee or conspiracy theories. I do love a good conspiracy theory, so I'm gonna go for that. Leave your best conspiracy theories down in the comments, because I'd quite like to read some of them right now. See? That wasn't so bad. Yeah, that was actually kind of fun. I could totally spend all day on here just looking at people's profiles. You should message one of them, or more than one of them. All these dads seem pretty interesting. Okay, I promise, I'll make some friends. Amanda gives me a hug. Go get 'em, Dad.
Welcome. You've got dads.
I've got dads! Oh my goodness, that's my favorite type of male. So we got Craig, Matt, Brian, Robert, Damien, Hugo, Joseph, aka the top 7 that live on our cul-de-sac and are the only dads on Dadbook, apparently. Let's check out Craig's profile. Dad of 3, business entrepreneur, and fitness enthusiast. Juggling work, family, and fitness is a tough gig, but someone's gotta do it. On a Friday night, you are most likely to get one last good cardio session in. If you had one thing to take with you into Desert Island, a box of energy bars. I feel like he's just too, like, get up and go for me. I'm a lazy little shit, and I feel like Craig is like, I don't know, he's too active. I don't think I'd be able to keep up with him. What's your turn on? A sub 6-minute mile. Oh my god. What did you want to be when you grew up? Beer pong world champion. What's your favorite movie genre? Buddy cop movies forever. What's your ideal date? Scaling a huge, dangerous mountain for fun. What do you never leave home without? An extra tube of energy gel. I spend a lot of my time thinking about my mile time used to be so good. What happened? Have I peaked? Okay, so we got Craig, Matt, avid music enthusiast, passionate coffee drinker. You can find me most days selling bean juice over at the Coffee Spoon or hanging out at the park with my amazing daughter. Hit me up about 80s no-wave music. On a Friday night, you are most likely to perfect my cold brew setup. One drip at a time, baby. If you had one thing to take with you into a desert island, what would it be? Fine tunes to pass the days away. Turn-ons, multi-instrumentalism. What did you want to be when you grew up? A barista, weirdly enough. What's your favorite movie genre? Shit with subtitles. You are deep, Matt. What's your ideal date? We go to the animal shelter and seriously consider adopting a cat. Ooh, that may have won me over. What do you never leave home without? My headphones. That is me. Spend a lot of time thinking about where did writing commas into song titles come from and where did it go? Did we all just agree that it's a bad idea? Brian? Hey, I'm Brian. I spend most of my days hanging out with my awesome daughter and thinking up new ways to grill things. If you like fishing, then we'll get along. On a Friday night, you're most likely to see just how slowly I can cook a piece of brisket. One thing on a desert island, fishing pole. That's good because you can catch some fish and survive. Turn-ons, a keen understanding of steak cuts. What did you used to be? Fireman, movie genre, romantic comedies. Ooh, we match on that one. What's your ideal date? Deck building. What you never leave home? Portable fishing pole. How my daughter is smarter than I am. Okay. Robert, when the internet gains sentience and decides to destroy us all, you'll know it'll use this information against us, right? Friday night, make a deal in an alleyway, have it go badly. Who's the cop? Was it a... don't know that word. If you had one, he'd take a gun. Turn-ons, don't talk to me. He wanted to be a grifter. Italian neo-realism, grave robbing, at least 4 knives. You ever really look into the rabbit? Oh my god, you are dark, my friend. Damien, how do you do? I have finally decided to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I will try my best to understand. I love long strolls through graveyards and spending time with my son. If you ever like to chat about the latest in Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise, or black cats, please send me a letter. Send you a letter? Chill out, mate. Friday night, listen to true crime podcasts whilst taxidermy my... Nah, I knew he'd be into taxidermy. How did I know that? I swear I talked about Bates Motel in this already. Maybe that was in a different Let's Play. I feel like that may have been in a different Let's Play. But anyway, Bates Motel, you know? You kind of give me the creeps, Damien. He'd take a coffin, pronouncing bosom correctly. Well, I can pronounce that, so he wanted to be a bat, a foreign art house horror. It's night. We are at an industrial dark wave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. An upside down cross. Oh my god. All these dads are a bit weird. Middle school teacher, high school teacher, writer of scholarly articles on 18th century literature for various esteemed publications. If you're here to tell some put a cherry bomb in your trash, I know, and I'm sorry. He would brew some strong tea and paint my miniatures. He's such a big nerd. A Remembrance of Things Past by Marcel Proust. Turn on some muscles. Ah, shit. We've not got a chance. We've not got a hope in hell, because we are a scrawny little motherfucker. Documentaries on art history. Each of us read a different book on opposite sides of the couch in comfortable silence. Oh my god. He is my dream man. What do you never leave home without? My glasses. Same, buddy. I spend a lot of time thinking, I worry that people who are against e-readers are more in love with the idea of books than actually reading them. Hey now, I love a good book. Joseph. Voted Maple Bay's #1 youth minister for 5 years running, living in my hometown with my beautiful wife and our 4 amazing kids. If I'm not in church, you can catch me out on the open water, setting sail on the seas of adventure. I love playing guitar and crushing my kids at Candyland. Friday night, lead the community in a fun mixer. If you had, he'd take his guitar. His turn-ons are his wife. Why are you on Dadbook then? Because this is literally just a hookup site for dads, so why are you on here? If you were that happy with your wine mum, then you would be with her. What do you want to be when you grow up? A ship captain, feel-good movies, lovely night on the town with my wife, the good book, how can I be a better man, husband and father? I am going to message... We've kind of hung out with Craig already, so I'm going to go for Hugo. He's my top pick right now, so we're going to message... Mr. Vega. I wonder if our daughter would be creeped out that we're messaging her teacher. I navigate to Hugo's Dadbook page and type out a message. Hey Hugo, great seeing you at the barbecue. Want to hang out sometime? I wait for a few minutes before the computer dings. I'm so glad you messaged me, and I definitely want to hang out sometime, but I have a favour to ask. Our class is going on a field trip to the aquarium today, and one of our chaperones called in sick. Is there any possible way you could come by and replace them? Uh-oh. I think about it for a moment. Man, that's a lot of screaming kids that I'd be accountable for. And they're in middle school. Arguably, the worst age to be. Amanda silently trudges into the kitchen and pours herself a bowl of cereal. Her eyes are a little puffy, almost as if she'd been crying. Mate, that does not look like she'd been crying. That looks like she'd been smoking some dope up in here. Morning, Manda. Morning, Pops. Hey, are you alright? Oh,
Fine.
of course, I'm fine. I just got to thinking about the Backstreet Boys. They had a reunion. The Backstreet Boys are back, alright. But they're different. Something's wrong with them. Like, they're a dream someone once had but can no longer remember. And no one's talking about it. They just go on like everything's normal. Are you sure that's all you're upset about? You have to tell me what's actually wrong, but were they original? Were they really the only ones? Were they original? You have to tell me what's actually wrong.
Huh.
Why are you lying to me? I'm not. I'm perfectly fine. Alright. I don't believe her, but I'll let it go for now. Hey, how was middle school for you?
Aw.
Bad. But nobody likes middle school. It's 3 years of bad acne, crying, and being generally terrible. Everyone sucks. No self-awareness. It's just a bunch of hormonal teenagers locked in a gross old building for 40+ hours a week, doing long division and starting fights over, I don't know, pizza day? Top 40s pop? Middle schoolers should be avoided at all costs. What was your middle school experience like? I didn't like it, I thought it was fine. There was nothing really out of the ordinary for me. I had friends who, oh no, they all wronged me in some way, shape or form. They were terrible to me. And wait, I was terrible to them too. It's all rushing back to me. Middle school was awful. I had repressed it for so long. Dad, did we just have a breakthrough? I think we did. See? Middle schoolers are reprehensible. Wait, why are you asking me about middle school? Oh, Mr. Vega requested my help to chaperone his middle school class to the aquarium. Just wanted to know what I was in for. You get to go to the aquarium? Are you kidding me? The last field trip I got to go on was to the clam chowder factory. They didn't even give us clam chowder. They gave us square pizza at a clam chowder factory. Oh, is that why you won't eat clam chowder anymore? No, it's because Bobby Wellingham threw up into one of the vats of clam chowder, and I'm the only one who saw it happen. It haunts me. Right, let's leave that story firmly in the past. Anyway, you should do it. Mr. Vega sounds like he could really use the help. Plus, you get to hang out with cool fish. Amanda, I kind of get weird about aquariums. The ocean makes me nervous. What, are you worried that a whale is going to pop out of the touch tank and swallow you whole? Don't you put fear in my heart. Well, do they have penguins there? Yes, they have penguins there. Then it's settled. Penguins outweigh fear of ocean. I sit back down at the computer and let Hugo know that I'm available. He tells me to meet him at the aquarium and gives me the address. I grab my keys and kiss Amanda on the forehead before I head out. I arrive at the aquarium to find that the school buses have beaten me there. Preteens huddle around their teachers in small groups, yelling at each other and goofing off. Every teacher looks like they're at their wits' end. Bless him. Hugo jogs up to me, looking frazzled. I'm so glad you're here. Hugo! It's been a debacle all morning. We're short-handed and most of the kids won't stop screaming. As I'm sure you'll know is the case with all middle schoolers. I lived through Amanda at 12. I'm all too familiar. Great. Well, it's you and me chaperoning a group of 10 kids. They're over here. Hugo walks me over to a gaggle of preteens who are all sitting on the ground, playing with their phones. They're not kicking each other like some of the other groups, so we're off to a good start. Can you guys put your phones away? All of the kids look up for a moment, stare at Hugo, then go back to texting. I love how they listen to you, you know? At least they're quiet. Too quiet. These guys are up to something. I can feel it. There's no way. They're too busy thinking about not getting food stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's middle school after all. We'll see. Oh my goodness, guys. We're at the aquarium. Let's see if we can find Nemo. The classes start filing into the aquarium and Hugo hands out a massive staple packets of paper to each kid. These are due at the end of the field trip. Yes, there will be a grade for this. No, you can't borrow a pencil. The kids collectively groan and grab the sheets from Hugo. I feel like these are Nemo right here. What's in the packet? Honestly, it's just busy work that the teachers can have a moment's reprieve. I think one of the questions asked them to sit quietly for 10 minutes to think about the Great Barrier Reef. Teacher hacks. I like that. Wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does the aquarium have to do with books? We just did a unit on the old man and the sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the futile perseverance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays. It gives us time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Come on, they have a phenomenal section on tropical fish. While the kids sit on the floor and pretend to do their assignments while they text, Hugo and I wander over to the large tank filled with brightly coloured fish. Hugo points to a brown and white fish with long spines. This is like my dream date with my dream daddy. I'm getting a little bit flustered right now. Like, first date with Hugo, and he picked a top-notch place. That right there is a lionfish. Did you know that their stomachs can expand to up to 30 times in size? Whoa. Their spines are venomous too. Nature is hardcore. You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here. Hugo points to a spiny, grumpy-looking fish hanging out near the bottom of the tank. That would be me as a fish. Actually, I feel like I'd be quite a colourful fish. That's a stonefish. They're most venomous fish in the world. And they just, like, keep it here? Oh. They're relatively harmless so long as you don't step on them. What happens if you step on them? Tissue necrosis. Cool.
Hey.
Nature is wild. Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. I feel the overwhelming need to impress him. Hey, see that fish over there? That one? Yeah, that's the American longfin, blue-nosed wiggly fish, humphead. We're gonna go for that. Yeah? Did you know that? Paranormal fish trivia, psychiatric, political fish trigger. I don't know. This fish openly supports the legalization of marijuana. Did you guys just see that? There was aubergines. Aubergines just flew out of him. Mister, keep it in your pants. I didn't know it was so progressive. Times are changing, man. Wait, are you serious? Serious as a heart attack? Absolutely not. Let's go for serious as a heart attack. We're talking fish here. There's no time for jokes. That's a clownfish. Oh god. We didn't come off very well. We got a black smog around him. Right. We lead the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, and other marine life swim around in a massive floor-to-ceiling aquarium. The kids begin trying to take selfies with the sharks. Oh no, I feel like we may have messed it up with Hugo. He doesn't get our sarcasm, and I don't think I can be with anyone who doesn't get our sarcasm. Hugo leaves my side to separate two kids who started fighting over a Capri Sun. I walk around the room, reading the tiny little blurbs about different fish swimming inside of the enclosure. After a while, I look around and see Hugo again. He's gazing up at the aquarium in childlike wonder. The ripples in the water cast blue, moving shadows across his face. For someone surrounded by angry hormonal preteens, he looks completely peaceful. He looks really cute in this light. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. Wow. I walk over to join him. He's cute anyway. Beautiful, isn't it? I'd rather stare at you. Oh my goodness. We could go full straight on here. Well, not straight on, but you get what I mean. We can learn a great deal from Mother Ocean. Are those two sharks kissing? I'm gonna go all out. What? Hugo turns bright red. Maybe I put it on too thick. Oh, I'm seeing what Hugo likes and doesn't like. I mean, I'd rather not stare at you at all. Hugo looks confused. Great save, Victor. I mean, never mind. Forget I said anything. I am suddenly very sweaty. I search around for a fish tank to dunk my head into to cool down. We stand together for a moment, admiring the wonders of marine life. This is not going well for me or Victor. I mean, Hugo. I don't know, man. We eventually make our way to the touch tank room, which seems to be the only thing the kids are actually interested in. The tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish. I stand around the edges of the tank and keep a wary distance from the sea life. Who knows what kind of nefarious plans those horseshoe crabs have for my well-moisturized hands. Hugo rolls up his sleeves and sticks his hand in the water. Don't you want to pet some rays, Victor? Oh, I think I'm good. I think I should just stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance. Come on, it'll be fun. And informative. Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. I don't know what any of those things are, but I get the feeling they will probably bite me and my delicious hands if given the chance. Nothing in this tank can hurt you. The stingrays have had their barbs removed. The horseshoe crabs only eat little clams, and the anemones are perfectly safe to touch. Against my better judgment, I approach the tank. Slowly dipping my hand into the cold water, I touch a stingray as it glides past me. See? Not so bad. It feels like fun, slimy leather. Things get a lot less scary when you learn more about them, right? I dive my hand back into the touch tank with a renewed vigour for ocean life. I poke at some urchins and feel the hard carapace of a horseshoe crab. My hand brushes against Hugo's as we reach for the same anemone. Oh my goodness. I pull away blushing. Hugo smiles at me. Hey, You're supposed to be touching the fish. See, he does have a humor when he wants to. Sorry, I just got a little carried away. Wait, that girl over there looks suspicious. Why is that?
Oh.
A backpack's usually that wet? Hold on. Susan! Susan, get back here! Hugo runs after a middle schooler and catches her before she can make it to the exit. Want to tell me what's in the bag? Textbooks? Want to tell me what's really in the bag? Susan won't budge. I walk over to Hugo and the girl. I think he might need a backup. Look, kid. We don't have time for games here. That's an easy 5 to 10 in the clink. I'm not afraid to hit a child. We don't have time for games. Whatever it is, it goes back into the touch tank. Now. You're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do. Yes, well, I am. Can you please put the bag down? Next time we won't say please. Susan glares at Hugo for a moment before dropping her book bag on the floor. It lands with a wet slap. Why would you try and steal something out of an aquarium? Like, what? Really? What is the point in that? Like, you're not going to be able to look after it. We stare at it for a moment before it starts to move. Hugo leans down and unzips the backpack. A horseshoe crab frantically scuttles out and across the floor. An employee swoops in, scoops it up, and places it back into the tank. She gives us a disapproving look. It wasn't me! Jesus, Susan, what was your plan? I was trying to free him. To where? Outside? Where was he gonna die? Susan, go back to your group. We'll discuss this later. Yeah, and hands where I can see him. Susan sulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo. He gives me a pat on the shoulder. Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt that's the first time that's happened here. Or the last. In the next room, we see a variety of smaller tanks. Sea urchins, tiny fish, and a rainbow of beautiful underwater plant life surrounds us. Look over here. Hugo points to some seahorses gathered at the bottom of the tank. Oh, a little mistype there. Hugo points some instead of to some. Them is in the middle of giving birth. Ew! I don't want a seahorse giving birth. I don't want to see that. That's actually the male seahorse. Sort of takes fatherhood to a new level, doesn't it? Hey kids, come check this out. There's a male seahorse giving birth. A low murmur from the students. They just jump back on their phones. Oh. Fun fact, male seahorses can even give birth and then get pregnant in the same day. What little seahorse? See what I did there? Man, we thought we had it hard. I wonder if they have to deal with their kids' awkward teen years too. All however many thousand of them. You seem to know a lot about marine life, Hugo. It's not really my specialty, but I do make a point to learn as much as possible wherever I can. I think that learning shouldn't end when you leave school. We should challenge ourselves to find out more about the things we don't understand every day of our lives. Because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow or change as a person. Good point. But I still don't trust the ocean. We'll get there. We finally make our way over to my favourite part of the tour, the Arctic exhibit. Do we get to see the penguins? Yes, we get to see the penguins. Hell yeah. Penguins! I love the penguins. Our group of kids run around the exhibits. They won't stop tapping the glass of the puffin enclosure, trying to get their attention. For at least a few moments, teachers, chaperones, and students alike seem to be having a great time. What was I so worried about? This isn't too bad. Hugo suddenly grabs my arm. Oh my god, there's a student in the penguin enclosure. Wait, just kidding, it's very bad. Is it one of ours? It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend. I look over to the penguins and see a determined looking kid crouching behind a rock. She's hiding just out of sight of one of the employees. Over on the other side of the enclosure, I see the door next to the exhibit ajar. Was that unlocked the whole time? We gotta stop her before the staff sees her and bans our school for life. Hugo looks around. I'll create a distraction. Hugo runs towards the puffin exhibit and addresses the entire room. Everybody, everybody, everybody. I have an announcement. The whole room turns towards Hugo. Here's a few facts I bet you didn't know about penguins. Everybody just stares at Hugo confused. Well, this is my shot. I run into the enclosure and am greeted by a cold blast of air. Psst! Hey! The girl whips around to look at me. Her nose is pink from the cold. You can't be in here. Neither can you. I try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy, I just end up slipping. I catch myself before I hit the ground, but the girl still laughs at me. Contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot, so I can understand some confusion when we're discussing the birdness of penguins. Hugo, I thought you were clever, man. Make it seem a little bit more convincing. Clearly, speaking isn't your, like, strong point. The crowd is still somehow in trap. I didn't read what that said. Kid, what are you even doing here? I'm letting the penguins go. They deserve freedom. Where are they even going to go? They're gonna live in my closet. Look. Oh yeah, because your closet equals freedom. I just don't even have time to argue about this. We gotta get out of here. Not until I save a penguin. Little known fact is that penguins only live in cold climates. With some exceptions. So they don't all live in cold climates, if you're splitting hairs here. Did I mention that they don't fly? The crowd is starting to lose interest. I'm running out of time. Lay down the law, try to relate to her, bribe her. Bribe her. I will give you $20 right now if you leave with me. Molly thinks for a second. Okay, well, give it to me right now. I reach into my pocket and pull out everything I have, examining each bill. Okay, well, I have $12 and some change. Also, there's a button here. Is that enough? Pay me the other 8 later and we have a deal. We move to shake on our arrangement before I suddenly realise there's a wave of penguins on their way out of the enclosure. We're gonna have to block these birds. Oh my god, block the birds. How am I meant to block it? Huh? Oh, okay, we literally just like fire them, do we? Go away, birds. Go away. Get back, all of you. Get back. I really have no idea what I'm doing. I feel like I'm just like tapping away at birds. Get back! Oh god. All of you stay back. No, no, no! One got away! Get away! I will bitch slap you in the face, penguins. Right, give all the money. Take all my money. Wait! One escaped. Okay. Just bitch slap some penguins. Gave them some money. Only 5 escaped. What? Like 2 escaped. F off. 5 did not escape that. Phew. Glad that's over. Just in time too. Looks like Hugo is wrapping up his divisionary penguin speech. And that's why I think penguins are one of the best animals in the world. A few people in the audience clap out of a sense of duty. Everybody starts dispersing. Hugo spots us from across the way and runs over. Molly, what were you doing in there? I was liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realise that penguins can only survive in Arctic temperatures, right? You would have had a dead penguin on your hands. Well, it was the thought that counts? No, Molly, it wasn't. Molly turns to me. You owe me $8.
What?
What? I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs off towards Susan. I suppose so that they can compare animal thief notes. You're not off the hook, Molly.
Oh.
Victor, did you just bribe a child? I bribed a child. I don't know what she's talking about. You can't play by the rules when there's penguins on the line. Listen, man, we've done dark things in our lives. I'm not the young, bright-eyed youth I used to be. The person believed in a world where you wouldn't have to bribe children to save a penguin. The me today knows different. I only wish I could go back. Let's just get through the day and get out of here. Okay, I feel like that didn't go so well. With the day finally coming to a close, the whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop and we make our way back out to the school buses. As we leave the aquarium and the kids load onto the buses, Hugo pulls me aside. Hey Victor, thanks so much for helping out today. You're a lifesaver. It was no problem. It was actually kind of fun. Let me take you out next time to make it up to you. You like cheese boards? Oh, I'm all about cheese boards. I love them. There is nothing on earth more satisfying than a good cheese board. Oh, that one. Great. Well, I gotta go make sure the kids don't steal anything else. See you around. Okay, so that didn't go too badly. I thought it went horrifically wrong, but he actually seems to like us. We got some few duds in here or there, but I feel like majority, he's kind of still liking us. So I'm gonna end this part here. It was super duper long, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and I will speak to you all in the next part. Bye, guys!